Cool FM presents Pop Culture. Hosted by Andres Clemente. Get ready to dive into entertainment news and amazing music. Ready, set, go.
Hello. Welcome to Pop Culture. I'm Andres Clemente, your host. I hope you guys are having a great Monday because it is the beginning of the week. And that means opportunity. That is correct. That means opportunity and pop culture. We have a great show for you guys today. We have on a call, and this is going to be a brand new test because I'm going to try to have two people at the same time on a distant call. I'm going to have the two directors, producers, writers, adapters, etc. from RGB Productions. They are famous for creating shows for the Theater Guild like Women in Black, Groundhog Day, Clue, 39 Steps, etc. We'll be right back with Rob Getman and Giancarlo Benedetti.
I love pop culture.
And we are back with Pop Culture. I'm Andres Clemente, your host. And let me introduce right now the fastest team since the Jamaican relay team, RGB Productions, Rob Getman and Giancarlo Benedetti. They are the writers, producers, directors of the award-winning plays of Groundhog Day, Clue, Women in Black, 39 Steps, etc. Rob, Giancarlo, are you guys there?
Am I?
You are. Hello, Rob.
Can you hear me? You can hear me?
I can hear you, my friend.
Fantastic, man. I've been rushing around trying to get here.
To Giancarlo.
Huh? Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't hear him either.
I don't get Jan. Okay, let me give you Jan. Do this, my friend. Sign out. Log out and come back in with 3. Because what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to be, Giancarlo.
No. What I'm gonna have to do is I need to host this in a proper way, so I can ask you a question and give you the mic, and then take off the mic from you and give it to Giancarlo. I gotta go back and forth.
Ah, okay. So right now I'm on the mic.
Right now you are on the mic. Yeah, Giancarlo's gonna come back in with another username, and I'm gonna be switching back and forth. He's gonna be listening. So
okay, that doesn't sound complicated at all.
No, man, I'm like an octopus. I got all my fingers involved in this. We're gonna make this work.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear about Andres Clemente. Andres the Octopus Clemente.
That's pretty much how they call me on the streets.
Yeah.
Anyways, my friend, glad to hear from you. I haven't seen you in maybe four and some change.
It's been a while, man. Even before pandemic, yeah. Probably since I was helping out with you guys in
DFC,
your sketch comedy show.
Yeah,
DFC, doing the sounds.
You were the sound guy,
happen.
which was a great thing to do because you had to listen to like cues phonetically.
Well, yeah, I mean, Espanol is not my first language, so it was a challenge.
You rocked, bro.
Knowing exactly when the cues were, but I did it. I got there. It was actually a big success. You guys did a fantastic job.
By the way, are you listening to the show on another device or something?
I am, because I couldn't seem to get it through my speaker. Is that a huge... Are you hearing an echo?
Yes, I am. I am listening to my voice. It sounds beautiful, though. My voice sounds beautiful, but I'm listening to replay.
Well, let me... Shoot. I'm not sure if I'll be able to... I'll get away from it, but I still need to kind of hear you. I wasn't sure if
No
I could.
No worries.
But why don't you...
Can you hear me now?
For a second and
let
me
give you some... I'll go to Giancarlo while you do that.
Hear me?
There you go, Giancarlo.
Hello?
How you doing, man?
Hey, man. Thank you so much for having us on the show.
Did you hear how we're gonna make it work?
I did not. Sorry.
What we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you guys on 2 different signals, so you're both listening, but I gotta switch the mics back and forth.
Okay.
I believe that's how we're gonna try to make it work. Anyways, I was mentioning to Rob that I haven't seen him in quite a while, but I see you quite often because we're doing another project together. So We know.
Yes, that is very true. We've known each other for a while, and we work with each other sometimes.
Anyways, what I'm getting at is you guys kept this project really close to the belt because nobody. I didn't see it coming. I gotta be honest. I never saw you guys like going all out with a new technology and bringing a brand new content to us that we are very bored at our homes.
Yes. Well, and that's actually by design. The reason why we kept it so close to the chest is because we went into the rehearsal process knowing that we wanted to do this project, but we didn't know if we could do it at least up to like RGB standards. And so we basically we're doing it, and we're always like conscious of the fact that like even if we got close to a show night, if we didn't feel it was like good and ready or like actually something viable, that we were going to pull the plug. But thankfully it came through, and like I think that we put together something very exciting with this like new medium that we ourselves are exploring and trying to expand. And so we're ready and very excited to show it to people.
Let me talk to Rob. Rob, you there?
This is Rob.
How you doing, my friend? I was talking about the new technology you guys decided to use. Did you have to be convinced by Giancarlo to do this, or you were the mastermind behind the decision?
Oh, well, no, I had the idea. It was, it struck me first. I'll take credit for that. But about I don't know, almost 2 months ago, I decided that I knew the Guild wasn't going to be open. No theaters were going to be open, but especially the Guild wasn't going to be open maybe the entire year. Who knew back then? And now it's looking like it. It always needs its... Yeah. It needs its funds. It needs the revenue from these plays to keep it going and to make repairs. I mean, that building is so old. So, I was jonesing. I was jonesing for doing something creative. So I saw some stuff online. Excuse me. I'm gonna cough right into the microphone.
No worries.
I saw some stuff online that looked interesting. And I suggested to Giancarlo, I said, hey, what if we just do like a quick read through, like grab some people, do a quick read through of something that people enjoy. It's fun. I had seen them do this on UCB, Upright Citizens Brigade Theater in LA. They did a read through of Space Jam, the Michael Jordan breakout role.
Classic.
And it was hilarious. I mean, so many cartoons, so many voices. And I thought that would be really fun to do, and suggested it to Giancarlo, and of course he jumped on it, and we made our suggestions of movies we thought would be like some kind of fun movie, and each of us made our 5 suggestions, and he had Austin Powers on it, and I was like, that's it, that's what we got to do. I mean, so many cool characters, craziness, accents, costumes. If we did costumes, who knew what we were going to do then? And from then on, we were just going to do. I was like, Giancarlo, let's we'll do like 2 rehearsals, and then we'll do a read through. It'd be like 2 weeks, and we can do one. Then maybe we can do another one in 2 weeks, and we can do another one, and make some money for the Guild and have some fun. But now we're on like week 8 of this first one because the RGB production quality comes a lot from Giancarlo pushing, and I'm glad he did, because it's looking a lot more than just a read through. It's a whole experience, and it's a lot of fun.
Nice. For people out there, Giancarlo and Rob for the Theater Guild, they are doing a free live show of Austin Powers International Man of Mystery on Saturday, correct, Rob?
Yeah, Saturday, 8 o'clock. And it's gonna be fun. It's not gonna be, we can't wait to get an audience to come and watch and see some of your old friends from the Guild out there. We got some people internationally. We got people, since we're online, we can bring back people that haven't been in the Guild in years. So there's going to be a lot of surprises.
Where can people find the link to the Zoom?
That is a good question, and probably one for Giancarlo. So I'm going to switch it over to Giancarlo.
Here we go. We're switching it up. Here we go. That's how we're going to do today. Giancarlo, are you there, my friend?
I am. So people can
go to you. Yeah.
Yes, so people can find the link to watch it on the Guild's Instagram page, which is Ancon Guild. There, like in any of the Austin Powers advertisements, you will see a link, and which is basically a bit.do link that says TGA Live at the end. But another alternative is that basically we're going to be streaming this on Twitch. So I've created a Twitch channel for the Theater Guild of Ancon.
Okay.
So if you go on, yes, so if you go on Twitch and you search for the Theater Guild of Ancon and find the theater's page on there, that's where it's going to be streaming. The link that you can find on Instagram will take you directly to the Guild's Twitch page.
Okay, so people need to download the Twitch app or is it an app?
No, not necessarily, but you can do it from a browser. Like,
okay.
Yes, there's an app, and if you want to do it through the app, you can definitely do that. But you don't have to download anything if you don't want to. You just go to the Twitch webpage and find the Theater Guild's page on it, and it's like YouTube. You can watch it directly from the browser.
There you go. So tell me a little bit about how do you rehearse on Twitch? Like how did rehearsal start? Rob was telling us you guys did a read through of it, but then you guys I know you for a while, as I mentioned, and you're very particular about you want a certain cadence, a certain speed, pickups, etc., etc. How do you rehearse that on Twitch mode?
Very difficulty. So basically, the way that we're doing it actually is using the program Zoom. We all connect on Zoom, and all our rehearsals are on Zoom. And the actual show, we're going to do it through Zoom. But Zoom, you can connect Zoom directly to Twitch and stream. So while we ourselves are connected on Zoom, you are watching it on Twitch. So, and how the rehearsal process works on that is, well, basically, or as Rob mentioned before, originally this was going to be something simple. We were like, it wasn't going to be a play. It was going to be just a table read, meaning that people just sitting there and reading the script. And yes, they would be putting accents and trying to do characters, but it was just a read through, which again is not as complex as a play. But I started seeing opportunities and started pushing for more, and so then I got my actors. I told them, like, hey, I don't want anybody sitting down. Like, make a setup where you can stand in front of your camera. And then that led to more actions being like opening up to us and then exploring that. And so it just quickly ballooned into something way, way, way more than just a simple read through.
Okay, and how, like, you're telling me you have rehearsing in Zoom, and then you're going to be live streaming from Zoom into Twitch to the homes, correct? Yeah. Have you guys?
Yes, that is correct.
Have you guys tried that connection? Like somebody watching on the outside?
Yes, we did. Last week we invited 2 people to watch the rehearsal, and so we connected on Zoom. Hey, I want you to watch the final product. That's why I kept it from you, man.
I told one of our close friends that my expectations are incredibly high, so I'm excited.
Well, no pressure there. No pressure.
I'm just super excited.
But I'm pretty sure that that you're going to be pleasantly surprised with what we've come up with.
Let me go to your co-director Rob for some tidbits. Here we go. Rob, we're going back to you, my friend. Rob, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Here we go. I love this, man. I'm making this work. Anyways,
it's working. You're working it.
I'm trying. I'm doing the thing. Can you give me some like surprises? Can you tease some surprises from like new stuff you're doing to make it unique?
Well, yeah, like Giancarlo was saying, it's a learning process. So it's difficult because it's a 2D, medium. You're just watching these people and you're stuck in your boxes. But we're doing our best to utilize the space, quote unquote, and to utilize. I'm actually not going to be technically acting in the play, but I'm going to be a narrator. I'm going to be doing, because each movie has. The script has like stage directions, basically. Exactly. So I'm covering that as little as possible, to try to keep it all on the actors. But sometimes it could be a little confusing, and it's kind of just, things you can't show with somebody in their living room, doing their performance, because all the actors have to kind of make their spaces in their houses. And due to lockdown, it's limited on what they can get, let's say, for props or costumes and things like that. But it's pretty incredible. I knew that picking guildies that they were going to go above and beyond what our expectations were for this, and even with the production value of like for promotion. I mean, Gilby, he went crazy with the posters that you're posting, and
they looked really cool.
And, just way more than we expected. And we've got some old, like I said, old guildies, not old guildies, sorry, but some guildies from long ago that are coming through. From all over, and some new people as well that weren't traditionally guildies, but they're brand new to the theater. But the costumes, using backgrounds, the sound effects is kind of my thing, as you know. So utilizing sound effects and just keeping the action going. I mean, I've seen some of these things online where people have tried to do plays, and honestly, I haven't really been too excited about it. It's typically there's with errors and delays and where did that guy go, and is this actor even going to be there? And you know what? That's exciting because we might have that too. We're doing our best not to, but that might be part of the excitement. Is we might have to, one actor might disappear, and we'll have to bring in another actor because of internet connections. You never know.
I was gonna ask about part of Zoom is you have a limited square spaces you can have on one screen. I'm assuming you guys thought of this, and no recommendation to watch this show on a phone, I'm assuming.
Well, no, I really wouldn't, because you're going to miss out, because sometimes we have all the actors. Our recommendation when we get started Saturday night is going to be that you play it in gallery mode so you can see everybody, even me as the narrator. Because we have actors that aren't speaking, but they're still in the room, quote unquote, with the character, and other characters that are in the room. I mean, we talk about Dr. Evil and Vanessa and Austin and Random Task. I mean, they're around doing things even while they're not speaking. So if you're on the phone and you're only seeing the speaker, you're going to miss out on 90% of the actual play. So we recommend as big a screen as you can get, and gallery mode.
There you go. Let me switch back to Giancarlo, and let's talk a little bit about the actual script. Here we go. Giancarlo, are you there, my friend?
I am here. But before we get to your next question, I just want to make a slight clarification, because we are the ones on Zoom and we are streaming to Twitch. When the audience, when they log on to Twitch to watch, they just watch whatever we are streaming, meaning that you don't need to make sure that's on gallery mode. That's on our end to put it on gallery mode, which it will be. So you just have to click on the link and enjoy the show on Twitch, and it'll just watch it on a big screen. That's it.
Okay, you do recommend to watch it on a big screen.
Yes, of course. It'll be like you can watch it stream Twitch on your phone. It's just going to be very small as the squares. But the clarification is basically that it's not on the audience to make it gallery mode. That's on us.
There you go. Now let's talk, Giancarlo. I wanted to ask you about this return of TGA classic regulars from the past.
Oh yes.
This is the beauty of the positive. One of the positive issues about COVID-19 and the quarantine and the pandemic is that we've been able to reconnect with a lot of people from our past and from people that live not here in Panama. And given that this parlayed into you guys getting a lot of people that we haven't seen on stage or performing in quite some time, which is awesome.
Yes, very, very, very true. I think that's been one of the biggest treats for us doing this show. Obviously, it is wonderful to work with any and all actors at the Guild, but there are some from the past in the Guild that have marked us in a certain way, and in this case, particularly Melanie Lee and Brooklyn Sample, which I have to say, right here live on air, is that those two are the two people that I personally learned the most from theater when I first joined the Guild. And I enjoyed working with them so much and watching them on stage so much when they were here in Panama, and I was so sad to see them go. But now, as you said, because of this whole pandemic, one of the silver linings of it is that we get to see them back on a virtual stage on a Theater Guild production. These two wonderful, amazing actresses.
I don't know how Rob's going to feel about that, learning from them and not from Rob. Let me ask him real quick. Rob, did you hear that, man?
Well,
credit to you.
First off, I want to say I hate I hate when Giancarlo corrects me and I can't say anything.
I was laughing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the audience and the whole Stitch thing. That's true. That's true. I mean, I'm not really involved in that. But anyway, yeah, I know Giancarlo. He was actually involved with the guild before I even showed up. But I'm pretty sure if he quantified what he's learned, my portion of it would be pretty high. But I'm not into that.
There you
taking
go.
credit for stuff like that.
It's not a competition. It's not a competition.
No.
Anyways, let's take a quick break.
Not at all.
Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Rob and Giancarlo, the directors of Austin Powers International Man of Mystery, that will be live on Twitch on Saturday. Follow them on Instagram at AnconGuild to get the link.
I need pop culture.
And we are joined back by Rob. Rob, you there?
Yeah, you hear me?
There you go. Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Fantastic.
Okay, here we go. So, let's talk a little bit about Austin Powers and International Man of Mystery. You mentioned the fact that you guys did a little list about 5 pictures, 5 movies, and you saw in Giancarlo's Austin Powers and you went at it directly. Correct?
Yeah. I mean, I had my list. I hadn't thought of it. I had thought of just trying to think of classic movies that people would see and just be like, yes. I mean, in theater, recognition is definitely huge when you want to bring people into a theater. They like to see something that they know, especially if they like it and love it, then they're definitely going to come. And that's why we had so much success with Clue and Groundhog Day and some of those plays. So I was thinking of like things like Ghostbusters and I was even like Bridesmaids is hilarious and would be fun and just all sorts of different classic movies. And Giancarlo had a few too. But when I saw Austin Powers, the combination of people recognizing it, loving it, him being Austin being such a lovable character, and then the number of characters, the crazy accents and costumes, I was like, this is perfect. So it was just like immediately, yes, that's what we're doing.
Did you take in consideration the medium or the fact that it's going to be just like one close-up of every actor, or not, that did not come into the equation when you were picking a play?
Well, after we decided, I mean, after I definitely was like, that's it, and Giancarlo was like, yes. It was okay. Let's go back and look through it and find the script and see, is it possible? How many things can we keep? What do we have to take out? How can we adjust things? And every movie is going to be hard. Anyway, is going to be difficult to do.
Okay.
But it's just like, I think just the fact that we would have so many. I mean, there's like. I think there was like 50-something characters or something that when I made the list of all the characters, but I knew that we were going to have actors that could pull off 2, 3, 5 different characters, and that it would be even funnier that they're switching back and forth and changing accents, and the whole combination just made it a perfect choice for this.
Nice. Let me go to Giancarlo, to the original list maker guy. Giancarlo, you there, my friend?
I am.
Okay, same question. Rob said it was on your list, Austin Powers. Why did it go to your list? 90s classic comedy.
Yes, well, because I knew that I want, the original idea was, as Rob mentioned before, is that we were going to do multiple of these types of shows, but because the first one is kind of like a proof of concept, like to show if it really works or not, I wanted to go, we've done a lot of shows together, and the types of shows that they have been very varied, from scary shows to funny shows to serious dramas, but we have had the most success, and I feel like what is like our bread and butter are like the over-the-top comedies. And so for the first outing in this new medium, this virtual stage, I was like, well, let's go for our bread and butter. Let's go for something big characters, a very funny, well-known classic comedy. And that's why I chose Austin Powers, mainly because not only does it have a great main character in Austin, but also all the side characters are just so juicy and big and funny, and I knew that it would give us a lot of material and our actors a lot of material to sink their teeth in.
There you go. And why did you decide for Austin Powers International Man of Mystery and not the other two? Because there are 3 Austin Power films. You could have picked.
Yes, so that is correct. And that is because personally, I believe the first one is the best one. It's like the funniest one. Like, I've always enjoyed it more than 2 and 3.
Oh, shocker to me.
Not to say that
I would go for a spy who shagged me all day long, my friend. I got to be honest.
Well, hey, the good thing is because we're making the first one, then we can make the sequel if this is a success.
There you go. That's a good
It'd
call.
be kind of weird if we do the second one first and it's a success, and then going back to the first one.
That's a good call. So Rob mentioned the fact that you might have a lot of actors playing a lot of roles.
Yes.
What is there a top number of roles an actor can play, or you guys went with your gut?
No, like there's no like top limit, at least not that we found. We just went with our gut. We kind of like we wanted everybody to have like as much as possible to do throughout the play and not have them like sitting out as like a long time. So we tried to distribute them based on how much screen time each character has. So even if like somebody isn't playing a main character, they might be playing a lot of smaller characters, and when they add up, they have a lot of screen time as well. Okay. And also because we knew that the actors that we were choosing for this are very capable actors that can handle whatever we can throw at them. And sometimes like they had to adjust the curveballs, like because we did an original like casting where we assigned characters, but then throughout the rehearsal process we would discover that one actor couldn't play one character for like because there was like a conflict with some other character, and we'd have to switch it up right down on the spot, like, hey, Tito, now this character's yours, go for it. And they'd had to adjust on the fly.
There you go. Why do you think Austin Powers, a movie that it was a low-budget parody back in the 90s, has had such a huge legacy like it? Like, what makes it special? I wonder, because when I saw it, I just thought like you guys, like, that's perfect. That makes perfect sense. But it's a movie that's over 30 years old, and it's still in people's mind. It's incredibly recognizable. So why do you think the legacy is what it is?
Like basically why it's had such staying power. I think it's because, well, first of all, Austin Powers was born from basically being a parody of James Bond's character in the James Bond movies. And James Bond himself is still very relevant today. Like they keep making movies out of the character. So like people still enjoy and want to watch James Bond movies. And as long as that's true, then a parody of that character will always be relevant. And the parody itself was so good and so well made that here's actually a little trivia for you guys. Like after Austin Powers came out, that a few years later, that's when they did the reboot, and they hired Daniel Craig to kind of like make like a redo on the whole James Bond and made him more serious. And Daniel Craig is on record saying that Austin Powers is the direct reason of why they went with a more serious tone, because as you guys know, in the 90s with the Pierce Brosnan James Bond movies, each one got progressively sillier and sillier and sillier, and then Austin Powers came out and it was so silly, so over the top, that they knew that they couldn't keep going down that route because Austin Powers had already outdid them in the silliness. So the only route they had then to take was go the serious one.
Interesting. Let me go to Rob, see if he feels the same way. Rob, you there?
I'm here. I'm just I'm listening to all this information.
Did you know all that trivia?
I did not. Obviously, I am not the cinephile that you and Giancarlo are, but for myself. Trivia, yeah. No. I had no idea. I think he probably made it up. Anyway, but for myself, for Austin Powers, it is just. I mean, Mike Myers is just such a genius. He was so incredible on Saturday Night Live. He took over that show, and so many recognizable characters. And his performance as both Austin and Dr. Evil, for me, he's my favorite character. I mean, he makes me laugh more than anything. And our Dr. Evil is unbelievable. He is in our show. Is fantastic, and really it was hard. It was hard to find someone to do. We did actually have a few people send us in some recordings to kind of get their versions of some of the more the bigger characters and with the recognizable accents and so we had to really kind of look around for someone. I think he just nails it. But it was just a really well done movie. I mean, it's a goofy movie with, half the jokes are not very PC anymore, but it's kind of, it's wholesome though, but Austin Powers is like, he's kind of like James Bond, where he gets around, but he's also a lovable guy. Even in the movie, he has the opportunity to sort of, have his way with a woman, but is a little intoxicated, and he says no. He's a gentleman. So he kind of balances out. But it's just such a well done movie and so funny, and the characters are so crazy that it's all. And I don't even know if I think I might have saw the third one. I don't know. The second one I did see, but I've always gone back to the first one. That's always been my favorite.
There you go. By the way, you mentioned the fact that your favorite has always been Dr. Evil. And are you the main backup guy? If anything goes down, you have multiple costumes by your side to fill in?
Well, costumes, that's a good idea. I might have to do that. I kind of threw myself out there as the main backup guy, just because as a narrator, I don't have any conflicts really. I can jump in whenever I need to, no matter who the character is. Okay. And I did during one rehearsal. We lost Mel, and so I did have to play her female character the entire time. And I don't think I did very bad. I think I did pretty good. But Giancarlo's there as well. He's going to play that character in the show, but it's a smaller character, and because he wanted, he's got to get his screen time, and so he's available too, just in case we need someone to back up. Some internet explodes or something.
There you go. Well, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Rob and Giancarlo. I want to talk to you guys about the all-star cast. You guys reunited for this show. In the meantime, let's take some music. Remember, guys. Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery on Twitch, Saturday, 8 p.m. Go on @AnconGuild.com to get that link for Twitch to watch it live. This Saturday, 8 p.m.
I love pop culture.
And we are back with Pop Culture. I'm Andres Clemente, your host. And hopefully, we still got on the line. Rob, you there?
I wish that you would step back from that lid. What's that?
Beautiful voice.
Hello?
Like an angel. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I was just jamming, man. Third Eye Blind, yeah.
A quick question before I go to Giancarlo, Rob. How many people did you reach out for this play? Like ballpark.
Oh, man. Ballpark. We probably reached out for like 15 or 20 people. We were really trying to find some people that were unable, because due to logistics, being away, living in other countries, we really reached out to a lot of those guys and girls, trying to bring them back in. Especially those that are, like, say, in England with English accents that could really help out. But it's difficult to put the time in to do something like this. So. But we found it's a total of 10 people in the cast, and not including Giancarlo and I. I think it's something like that. I lose track sometimes, but it's a great cast, and it's a lot of good friends and a couple of new people.
Let me go to John to talk to more about that stellar cast. Here we go.
Sure.
John, you there?
Yes, I am.
How you doing, man? So I was talking to Rob.
Hey.
You guys reached out to a bunch of people, but I love the fact that today, Lichos put up the video he sent you guys, and it was remarkable. He did such a good job in that audition tape. I understand now why he's Austin Powers.
Yes, and I actually have a fun little tidbit about that, because when we put out the call to our friends and the actors that we knew for this play, we did not tell them like, hey, I want you to audition for this part. We just gave them the script and say, pick what part you want and send us a video or a voice recording. And out of everybody that responded, nobody took a crack at Austin Powers or Dr. Evil. It was after we had gotten all the recordings that we then had to ask, because we give people like, hey, we want you to try Austin Powers. So I found that kind of funny. And then definitely Lichos was one of them. Like, he first sent in a clip of himself doing multiple characters, not Austin Powers included, and he knocked it out of the park on that video. We really liked it. Like, he could have done any part in this movie or in this show. But then I asked him, like, I had this hunch. I was like, this guy, I know him. I know he's a very talented dude. I know he can do Austin Powers. So I asked him, like, hey, would you take a crack at Austin Powers? And he did. And again, it was a home run.
But by the way, what you said of nobody sending Austin Powers or Dr. Evil on their audition tape, that is called actors' insecurity. We don't want to put the out there if we don't rock it. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. I think I would have done the same. I would have sent you like a really straight arrow character. Like, hey man, that's my audition tape.
Yep, that definitely happens a lot. But hey, just goes to show that, you sometimes have to push past that insecurities and go for the home run, man. Go for the big leagues. Go for the big characters.
100% agree. 100% agree. So talk to us about the rest of the actors in this play.
Well, we have an amazing cast. Yes, we have 10 people in this cast, not including Rob and myself, and they are all stellar. We've already mentioned Melanie Lee and Brooklyn Sample, which are the two returning TGA members from outside. They're going to be doing their parts all the way from Los Angeles. But besides them, we also have the wonderful, talented Karina Weber, Lichos, who's playing Austin Powers. We have Gilby Lofer. We have H.
You gotta give Lichos full name.
Carlos Aleman, sorry. Carlos Aleman / Lichos is playing Austin Powers. I forget. I have to say his full name sometimes. We have HB Tui, who is playing a plethora of characters and just knocking it out of the park as he always does. We have Rafael Leonard. We have Simon Tejeda, who's playing Dr. Evil. And again, doing an amazing job at it. It's like if you just hear him without watching, you would not guess that it's not Dr. Evil, like Mike Myers doing Dr. Evil. We have Tito Vallarino also doing a plethora of characters, and Vanessa Hidalgo, who is playing the lovely Alata Vagina.
How many locations are there, actors in different locations? Because I know Tito is not here, if I'm not wrong. Mel's in LA.
I do think that Tito is here right now. He had to return because of the pandemic. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, we have 3 main locations where people are going to be doing this play from. So here in the city, Panama City, we have the most of the people. We have HB Tui and Karina Weber from Santa Clara, which is actually a bit nervous because the internet out there is a bit iffy. So those are the ones that are going to give me a heart attack probably if they drop down.
Yeah, and they're both signing in, so they're both streaming at the same time. Oh, it's going to be exactly
high
voltage, baby.
And yes, and then we have Brooke and Mel from LA.
There you go. So give the people out there, give the listeners a quick pitch of why they should download Twitch and check you guys out on Saturday evening, 8 p.m. Quick pitch, my friend.
Well, if you are bored in this pandemic and have already seen everything that's on Netflix, then this is a great alternative. We have a crazy, zany comedy for you with big characters that you all know, and in a new medium that you probably don't know. So come see how the hell we pull off this crazy comedy with so many different characters and different locations, all through a Zoom call, and make it work, surprisingly enough.
There you go. Austin Powers.
So if you want to laugh, come watch the show.
Beautiful. Let me go to Rob, see how he pitches it for Saturday. Here we go. Rob, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Come on, man. Give me a quick pitch of why people should join on Saturday evening, 8 p.m. on Twitch.
I don't know, man. Well, if you haven't seen Tiger King, I would watch that first.
Okay.
Get that done before you check us out. But if you've seen it already, like me, it's going to be a blast. It's going to be, like I said, I've seen other examples of this being done or attempted to be done, and I wasn't really into it. I dropped out after a few minutes because it's so it's kind of tedious, and I wasn't. But they weren't picking, I don't think, the right type of play or type of movie. Okay. But I think we nailed it. I think we've got incredible actors, great characters, and a really incredible narrator, super handsome, great voice, and I think he's just going to lull you into satisfaction of this play.
There you go. Guys, remember, follow at Ancon Guild on Instagram to check out all the link, the time, and check out the movie, the character posters. They're even character posters. They're going all out.
Hell yeah.
Here we go. My friend, thank you so much for joining me. This was fun.
Thank you, Giancarlo, wherever you are.
No, we'll go to him right next to say his goodbyes. I hope he's listening.
Okay, I appreciate it. Appreciate you always giving us some time, and it's nice to hear you during this tumultuous time. You keep on hearing Andres on the radio.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, and of course,
no
man,
problem,
I have a great time with you guys. Take care.
Keep it up.
Say
bye.
hi to the family. Bye bye. John, are you there, my friend?
I am.
Sir, you mentioned the fact that people can donate to help the guild. Can they donate right there on the Twitch page, on their Instagram? How do people can get hold of you guys and donate a little bit to help the guild keep going?
Yes, well, thank you for such an important question, because all this that we're doing is geared towards that. Right now, the guild is closed up, so we're not having a lot of income. And not only that, it's a very historical old building, and so it has its issues. And so we need to fix a beam under the theater, which is very, very important that we do. So we are asking for donations for people, so please, please, please help out the guild in this time so we can get it fixed. We're going to have all the info on how to donate on the Twitch page. When you're viewing, it's going to be there below, kind of like when you watch YouTube, that below there's a description of the video. That same type of deal on Twitch, and we're going to have like the ways that you can donate there.
There you go, my friend. Well, Giancarlo, thank you so much for joining me, man. This was fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. It is a blast always to be on your show, and so keep it up, man. Like, I think people really need this in this time. Keeping our spirits up, and with good music and good movie information that you always put out.
There you go. That's how I describe my show. It's just movie information.
All the pop culture trivia and zany information that you put out, my friend.
There you go, brother. Thank you so much. I will see you, I think, tomorrow.
Yes, definitely. We will see. I see you tomorrow, man. Take care.
Take care, man. See you Saturday as well. Remember, guys, on Saturday evening, July 18th, 8 p.m. on Twitch, Ancon Guild will put on Austin Powers International Man of Mystery. Follow them on @Ancon Guild on Instagram to get the link and all the details on the show. Giancarlo, take care, man. Say hi to the family.
Bye-bye. Take care, man. You too.
Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow we have a great show. My buddy, my boy, my man, Joe Mesquita will be here. We'll be doing a top 5 Andy Samberg moment in pop culture. Top 5 Andy Samberg moments in pop culture. And we will also talk about his new movie that premiered on Friday called Palm Springs. Okay, we'll talk there a little bit at the beginning, and then we're going to go into our top 5. On Wednesday, in my segment, Theater in the New Normal, I'll have none other than Diego de Valdia. We will be talking about what now? What now? Because we want to know, how do we get these theaters open? That's what we want to know, and that's what we'll talk about. And on Friday, brand new segment, world premiere of new segment, my man Simon Tejeda will be here, and we'll do kid movies through adult eyes. That is the name of the segment. We're going to start with Frozen. We're going to go through categories. We're going to talk about what we think of the movie as adults. It's going to be quite fun. So join us on Friday for that. Remember, if you missed the conversation today and you want to find out more, it's being recorded now. And we are posting it up on YouTube at the Grada Radio channel. So you can go there and check out this show if you arrived a little late. And if you prefer, I have an RSS feed now with my brand new podcast, Pop Culture with Andres Clemente, where these recordings go as well. So yes, you have the Grada Radio app on YouTube, right there, Grada Radio channel on YouTube, or you have my podcast on Spotify, iTunes, Twitch, Google Podcasts, whatever platform you guys use. Guys, I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
Andres Clemente signing off. Tune in to Pop Culture from Monday to Friday at noon. We'll be back.